Well, this is not my first time coming out of the closet. Sorry, that is very lame. Such a lame joke, but I thought of it and had to do it. I'm feeling very happy today and in a good mood, so I thought I'd start the video with that. But yeah, I have this weekend been organising my closet. You may be able to see inside. Now, it wasn't really bad. Actually, it was pretty good, but just taking 10 minutes or so to put all of the hangers straight, put everything back into colour coordination, tidy up, straighten things around, buff some shoes. And then I decided that I had a few things in there that were taking up some space, and then I was looking at my shelves, which have all of my bags, belts, wallets and things like that, and I thought, I'm going to have a clear out and I'm going to do a sale. So I've got things that I haven't worn for years, and I've been looking at them for the last few years and kind of thinking, oh well, you know, I really loved them at one point and they were expensive and maybe I'll use them again, but the years have gone by and I haven't used them. So I just think, you know me, I don't hold on to things for sentimental reasons unnecessarily, so I just thought, now is the time to clear out the closet. After last week's video, I am feeling like I'm trying to sort things out in my mind and life, and I just think that to sell a few of my things that no longer serve, that I'm not really loving anymore, is a great thing to do. So that is what I have done. I have managed to sort through. So what I'm going to do now is show you through a few of the things that I'm going to sell. I'm not sure how I'm going to sell them yet. I think possibly on a app website like Vinted, or I might just list them all on my website because I do have an online store, and then I can just do it that way, but I'm not sure. I will see what is the best thing. So let me show you the things that I am saying goodbye to. So I never really get to sit in this chair in my bedroom. Remember this chair when I showed it to you a few years ago? I bought it from Facebook Marketplace and I had it reupholstered. It's such a beautiful chair, and I never really sit on it because it's in the corner of my bedroom, and there's no real reason to sit here. And I'm not one of those people who throws clothes on chairs either, so it doesn't even get to be used in that way. But I guess it is beautiful, and I plan to have this for a long time, so it's being preserved in this corner where it's not being sat on and it's not getting dirty. So, and it looks great in the bedroom, so I guess that's something. So the first two things I'm going to show you are the biggest items, clothes. So this is a Gucci suede leather jacket. I bought this in Dubai in 2015 when I was 25 years old. So at the time I was with my ex-boyfriend and we were shopping, and it was coming up to my birthday, and I saw this Gucci jacket and I tried it on and I loved it, but it was really, really, really expensive. And so I didn't even think anything about it. But obviously my ex-boyfriend could see that I liked it. And then a few days later, I had a delivery to the house where we were living in Dubai, and the jacket was in a box. I've got a photo of me actually holding the bag when it was delivered to the house, and then trying it on for the first time. So it was slightly big, so I had to have it altered. So this is, what size is this? I think it is like a 36. I'm not sure where it will tell me the size, but it's quite a small jacket. So let me just come here so you can see. So it sits quite at the hips. I'm just going to pull this up a little bit so you can see. There we go. Fits me perfectly on the arms, on the shoulders, everywhere. It's got this zip, which is really lovely. And you know what? It's a lovely jacket, and I do like it, but I never find anything to wear it with. It goes really well with kind of like cream white pants. I mean, it even goes well with this. This is the reason why I don't do this, because now I'm thinking maybe I should just keep it. But honestly, I never ever wear it. And it's not a very warm jacket. It's got a leather lining, as you can see. It's got the Gucci label there, and it is a beautiful suede jacket. Let's see what the materials are. Made in Italy. Oh, it's a size 46, so Italian 46. Made in Italy, and it is 100% goat leather, genuine leather, 100% goat, and then the cuff here around the collar is wool, and I think it has it also. I know, but yeah, it's quite nice. On the buttons here, you've got the Gucci detailing. So it's a beautiful, beautiful jacket. I just don't really wear it, so it's time to say goodbye. So that one is, I'm going to sell that. And I'm not doing this, by the way, to try and get people to buy things from me. I just thought that it would be fun to show you some of my things that I used to have. Some nice, beautiful stuff, as I always love to look at lovely things. And they all have a story. This is the next thing. Now this needs a really good steam and a press, but this is a Burberry Brit trench coat Mac. So I remember buying this. I bought this in Edinburgh back in 2014. I wasn't living here at the time, just visiting, and I went to Harvey Nichols and I bought this. And I remember being so happy with this purchase. But when I got home, hello Sophie! Darling, I'm here. Poor Sophie's going blind. Come on. Come and say hello to everybody. Come on. Good girl. Ready? Here she is. Say hello. Say hello. Yes. You want to sit with me? You sit there. Let's see. So yeah, I remember I bought this and then I realised quickly that it doesn't really suit me. I think it's quite difficult. You have to be a certain type of person to look good in a trench coat. Otherwise you end up looking like a detective or, Inspector Clouseau. And I just never really found that it looked great. So I tried my hardest to make it work, but it just never happened. So I've had this for a long time and it's hardly ever been worn. So you can see it's got the Burberry check inside, and this is a small. So yeah, it's a small coat, and I think it comes down to about the knee. Yeah. So that is my second thing, Burberry trench coat. I just grabbed everything else. So I've got a few more Gucci things. So these are Gucci shoes. They've got this dust bag with them. These were from 2006, I believe. And these are just a very classic horse-bit brown Gucci loafer. They've got the Gucci grain ribbon here in green and blue, green and red, and then the horse-bit detailing on there. I haven't really worn these very often. There's just something, I'm very particular with shoes. If they are slightly too long or they're just not looking right with clothes, it can just be one little thing about a shoe that I just don't like, and for some reason these just seem too wide for my foot, or they're too long, and they never look great with anything that I wear. I think they are more for a tall person or somebody who's a little bit longer in the torso. I don't know, but they just don't look right on me, even though they're a very classic Gucci loafer. This is one of those shoes that never goes out of style, so it's not like I bought it on a whim because it was trendy. There's something about the shoe that isn't, I like a really slim shoe. It doesn't work, so I'm gonna sell those. The next thing that I have is this Aspinall of London backpack. Now, I used to use this a lot. It's beautiful, but I'm not really a backpack person now. I've kind of got a little bit older, a bit more mature, and even though this is still really chic, you can hold it like that as well, I just never use this. I've got my Yves Saint Laurent bag that I use for work, which is black, and I'm just not really a backpack person anymore. But it's cute, it's very cute, and it's got the Aspinall of London detailing here. You can see lovely zip inside. It's got lots of different pockets and stuff, and I really like the most the back. So it's got this really lovely strap detailing, and then this stitching here, which I think is really, it's cute. It's a cute bag. Oh god, shall I keep it? Oh my god, this is so stupid. No, I'm not keeping it. Never use it. Don't like to hoard. And then I've just got a collection of belts. So I used to be a real fan of belts, and then I came to the realisation that actually belts don't look right on me because I am short. They kind of cut me in half. And I remember looking in the mirror from time to time and thinking, why isn't this outfit really working? And then I realised that it was always the belt. And when you take it off and you just get that clean line, that clean silhouette, on me anyway, I just found it was a lot better. So I have all these belts that I never ever wear, and they're in great condition. This one is my favourite. This is a Ferragamo belt. It has this buckle detail, which is so beautiful, and it's reversible, so you can have it in this dark brown or tan. And this is such a beautiful belt, but never wear it, so it's time to let it go to somebody who will. Yeah, that is quite a nice belt, but it just doesn't work for me, belts. They just cut me in half so badly, yeah. I've got another, have I got another one? Yes, I've got another Ferragamo belt. This again, this is a slightly smaller buckle. Let me see, yeah, there we go. And this is also reversible, so you can have black or brown, dark brown. And I really do wish that I could get away with wearing a belt, but it just, no, it doesn't work. Maybe it does work. You know, actually, I think this one actually does work. I might keep this one. It's quite nice. I'm going to keep this one. That one's not for sale. Then I've got a Ralph Lauren belt. This is a classic RL Ralph Lauren belt. Never ever wear this. I count on one hand. And then this one, this was a gift. A Louis Vuitton damier canvas belt. Not really me, if I'm honest. I don't really like silver. Silver and black is not my thing, to be honest. But it's a beautiful belt. But this has never been worn, not once. It hasn't been worn ever. I haven't even. This is the first time I'm looping it through the whole. Never wear this one, but it's beautiful. So yeah, those are a few things that I'm selling. Again, I just thought it would be fun for you to see them. Not that I'm asking anybody to buy them, but if you do want to have a look at them, I will let you know once I have either put them onto my website or I list them on Vinted. I've never sold anything before on Vinted or in any of those websites, so I'm not really sure how easy it is to set them up or what the process is. So I'm not sure how long it will take, but if you would like to see in detail any more of them or find out more, then I will let you know about that soon. Or you can just, I'll put my email address in the description box and you can just drop me an email in case there is something that you really want. I know what that's like when I'm watching videos and I think, oh, I'd love to have that. So yeah, I just thought that it'd be fun to go through my closet. It's so lovely to have it all organised and beautiful. And the last 2 days here in Edinburgh, we've had gorgeous sunshine, so it's that kind of spring vibe where you're feeling in the mood to crack on with improving the house and just refreshing everything. So it's been a great thing to do, and everything's looking gorgeous. So yeah, I feel great when I go through my closets and organise. And then next week I'm going to just do one drawer per day in the kitchen and then in my living room, and just make sure that everything's spick and span. Today is so gloriously sunny that I'm struggling to find a place in the living room where I can sit without the sun being too bright. You won't be able to see me, so I'm standing up. So I'm just slightly out of the window, but it's honestly, it's so gorgeous. It's such a lovely thing. When the sun comes out, it makes the world of difference. I wanted to share a book that I just finished yesterday, and it has touched me so much, and I think it could possibly be the best book that I've ever read. And it's quite strange because when I started it, it was difficult to get into it. So it's called The Elegance of the Hedgehog, and it's by a French artist called Muriel Barbery. This is a translated version, because obviously it's written in French, and it is about this lady called Renee, who is a concierge in a really grand Parisian apartment building. And all of the residents are obviously very wealthy, high society, elegant people. And they just look at her like she's kind of invisible. She's the caretaker of the building. She's been there for 20 years. And it's just such a fascinating insight into how we look at other people based on our judgments of them. So this lady, Renee, the concierge, she is a self-taught intellectual, and she's devoted to Japanese art house cinema, and she loves literature, especially Russian literature. So she's a highly intelligent woman, and she disguises herself as someone who is just ordinary and plain. And she works in this building for 20 years without anybody discovering her secret that she's actually very, very intelligent. So the book is written from her perspective, and also from another character called Paloma, who is 11 years old, and she is the daughter of a resident on the 4th floor, and she is another highly intelligent person. It sounds depressing, but I promise it's not. She's got a plan to kill herself. It sounds terrible. She's got a plan to kill herself at the end of the month because she finds that she's very intelligent and she's not really seeing anything worth living for in the world. She thinks that people are very stupid and selfish, and she's kind of living with her parents who are not noticing how clever she is. She's got a sister who she despises, who's really stupid, and so she decided that she's going to end her life at the end of the month. But before that, she wants to find moments of wow in the world. So the story is written from both of their perspectives, and it just ends up being the most delightful, heartwarming, clever, witty story. As I said, the first few chapters I was a bit lost because it's quite a complex book. It goes very into detail about specific things. Like there's a whole chapter about loo roll, toilet paper, which seems ridiculous, but it's so elegantly descriptive and it all makes sense. It's a very beautiful, intelligent book. And at the end, I was just like, oh my gosh, I love everybody in this book. So this is one that I always like to recommend a book, but this is one that I would definitely recommend. It is really heartwarming, charming, different. I think that I might read it again. I've read 4 books this year, and each one of them I've really enjoyed, and I've been thinking about who I can pass it on to. But this one, I want to hold on to it just a little bit longer because I think it's one of those books that if you read it a second time, you're going to notice things that perhaps you missed before, and you get to enjoy the richness and the beauty of it even more. So, oh wow, what a beautiful, beautiful book. I love it. Really, really great. So I highly recommend it. I'll pop this into my description box. Not an ad, completely something that I love, and you can, if you want to check it out, you can. But yeah, really, really fantastic book. The next thing that I want to share with you is my new houseplant. So this is a maidenhair fern, and I got this from my local plant store, Grow Urban, and I just thought I wanted something to nurture and to enjoy, and this was just so pretty. And I've seen a lot of them on Pinterest. And you know when something catches your eye and then you keep seeing it again and again. And then I went into the plant store and I saw it. I thought, oh, it's so beautiful. And then I bought this gorgeous grey terracotta pot to go with it. And it's been sitting in the window for about a week. Now, when I bought this plant, my friend Graham, who owns the store, who is one of my best friends, said to me, you're never going to keep this alive. They're so finicky. They're like the Duchess of plants, and they like to have lots of attention, and they're very fussy. But he said that 6 years ago about my blue star fern, and I've had that for 6 years, and it's pretty good. I mean, it doesn't do as well as it did when it was in the window, but I can't really do anything about that because it just doesn't fit in the window with my desk. So it sits here, and it's doing pretty well. I mean, it needs a bit of a spruce up, probably a little bit of a prune, but it's alive and kicking and doing really great. So I think that I will have faith in myself, and I will really make it work with this maidenhair fern because it's so beautiful. Just look at these little delicate leaves. So I've got the card here for for the fern. It says, delicate black stalked triangular fronds give a soft, elegant appearance, native to tropical South America, and can produce stems up to 50 centimeters long. It prefers bright, indirect light, water thoroughly, and never allow the soil to go completely dry. Rewater when the top of the soil is dry to touch. Prefers very moist air, mist regularly, or place on a water-filled pebble tray. Don't rush to repot this plant. So it does say keep out of direct sunlight, but I think because my little window here it is south facing, but because the wall of the courtyard is there and we have trees, it's not exactly bright direct light. And Graham did tell me that it would probably work best here, because I thought I would put it there where the dried hydrangeas are, but he said no, that's not enough light, definitely on the desk. So I've got my little mister. Let's just move this out the way. This is a great little mister, and I've been misting her. By the way, I like to name all of my plants, and I've decided to call her Cosima. It's a really chic Italian name. I've just remembered that I've got Cosimo, who the painting in the bedroom. So this is Cosima, and I just thought, you know, very Italian, chic name for an aristocrat, and that is my new aristocrat in the Fairford residence. And she's beautiful, so I'm going to try my very hardest to keep her alive. The soil isn't dry, I watered it yesterday, so it's doing pretty okay, and it's having a mist every morning, so I think we might be able to do well with her. And in these beautiful spring days that are coming, she's a nice new addition to the house. So yeah, let me know what you think. I think she's gorgeous. And also, please do give any tips, because I'm always very grateful for people who have experience with plants. So before I leave today, I just wanted to have another little catch-up. So obviously in my last video, I really spoke from the heart. It was a 20-minute video talking about how I was feeling really low and down, and I told you that my auntie had very suddenly died, and that I was just not feeling my best. And it's a kind of video that I don't usually do, which I did explain, but I'm so glad that I did it, because the response has been incredible. I got to hear so many of your stories about grief and loss and dealing with sad moments of life. There were thousands of comments, and I haven't had the mental capacity or the time really this week to reply to them. I think it's a very heavy thing, reading about people's grief and learning about what other people are going through, and I wanted just to read them, absorb them, and take from them what I need. So if I haven't replied to your comment, please don't think that it's because I'm not interested. I read every single comment on that video, and each one has touched me profoundly in a wonderful way. So I do very much appreciate it, but I just think the exercise of that video was to share my feelings, and going through and replying to every single one wouldn't really solve anything. But please know that I've read the comments, and they're all really amazing, and I'm just so lucky to have a wonderful audience who leap to my rescue in a way. And when, you know, you always show up when I tell you things. So that was really beautiful to see, so thank you. I want to tell you also that this last week has been night and day compared to how I felt previously. A lot of people commented that I should buy one of those SAD lamps, and so I thought, give it a try. So I ordered one on Amazon, and it came about a week ago, and it might be a coincidence, it might be that I just feel better, but I have to tell you, I'm feeling completely back to normal, and it is wonderful to feel that way, because at one point I was thinking, is this going to be life now, where I'm just feeling a bit down, or will it keep coming back? But so with the lamp, it's got 3 settings, a very bright sunlight setting, and what I've been doing is I've been putting it, I get up in the morning at 6 a.m. I usually get out of bed and have a coffee, but what I've been doing is I've been putting on the lamp, I've been laying it on my bedside table, laying in bed, and I was reading this book, and so I had the book here and the light there, and it was shining in my face and I timed it for 30 minutes, so I did that every morning. And the first time that I used it, I noticed that the day it started grey. I went to the gym and I thought, you know, I'm feeling actually pretty good. And then as the days went by, I just feel like I've returned to that equilibrium of feeling calm, feeling content. That is what I want for my life. I've always felt content. And when I lost that for a little while, it was a bit frightening. So I'm feeling content. So I want to just tell you that, because if you are feeling low, do try out the lamp. It might not be that that was the reason that I feel better. It might just be that things have settled a little bit, but I think it's too much of a coincidence, and it really has helped me. So, oh my God, the relief of feeling normal again. And you know, the grief of losing my aunt, who I love so much, is still there, and I still feel sad about that she's not here now. But I can look on her life as a celebration and remember all of the wonderful times that we had together, whilst feeling content with life still, which is a great thing. It's a really great thing. Before, I was feeling sad and I was feeling down. So to be able to be sad for my aunt, who I'm going to miss, but also just be content with life again and live, is really, really wonderful. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody for your very, 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 very kind comments about that. Your support is wonderful, and it helped me more than you will ever understand. So thank you very, very much for everything. I really, really appreciate it. So it's Sunday. I think I mentioned earlier that I might go to Pilates. I think I've got time to go there now. This afternoon I've made a new friend in Edinburgh called Anne, and I met her in about October last year. I went to a party, my friend Tom's party. It was his 50th birthday, and Anne was another person at the party, and we just clicked. Isn't it so nice when that happens? I walked into the party, everybody was there having cocktails, and she was at the fireplace. We started to chat, and then that was it for the whole night. And we became really great friends. So she's a wonderful, wonderful lady, and I'm going to her house this afternoon for Sunday lunch. It's so lovely to have somebody cook Sunday lunch for me, because I never do it for myself. It's too much of a big thing. It's a lot of prepping, cooking, and for yourself, and then it's over in 10 minutes. It's like, what's the point? And then I don't really like to go out. Sometimes Nathan and I will go out for a Sunday lunch in Edinburgh, but to have a home-cooked Sunday roast, which is a very British thing, is lovely, and it only really happens when I go home to see family. So Anne is making me a roast. She said we're going to have Bloody Marys when I get there. So it's going to be a lovely, lovely evening. And then last night, Nathan and I went to see... Oh, what was that? Something. We went to see Dieter von Teese at the Edinburgh Playhouse, which is our local theatre. It was a gift from my sister for my birthday. And if I'm very honest, I had mixed feelings about it. I thought, I'm not sure what this is going to be. Will we enjoy it? But, oh my God, we had the most incredible time at this show. We were about 3 rows from the front. We had perfect view. And, I know who Dieter von Teese is, but I've never seen her work. When she came out onto the stage, she did this very clever thing where there was a lady who looked like Dieter von Teese. She was wearing all black, and behind her was this box, but she had this veil over her face. And her bow tie got whipped off, and it flew off the stage. And then this curtain, this box, the cover came off, and Dieter was inside this glass box. And she was there, and everybody was just like, wow, and screaming, and she just looks incredible. She's a 53-year-old woman. She looks like she's 30 years old. An amazing body. The presence, the stage presence when she came out, this beaming Hollywood smile, and just this wow. I was really, honestly, it doesn't happen very often, but I was wowed by this person. And I might have to start doing burlesque. I'm kidding. But yeah, I was really in awe of that show. We had a really wonderful time, so thank you to my sister for organising that. It was wonderful. So yeah, if you ever get the chance, I know she's on tour. I think she's going on to Amsterdam next, and then she's going to be in Germany, and I think at the end of the year she's going to Australia. But a really great show. So yeah, it's been a really, really wonderful week. From last week to now, it's wonderful how life can quickly turn around. And honestly, a few weeks ago when I was feeling flat, I couldn't imagine feeling back to normal and enjoying things like this again. So it's just another message from me to say that it always gets better. living proof from me that it does. I can sit here, tell you now that it does. Life is just one of those things. We get through it, we go up and down, but it is a wonderful, wonderful life, filled with lovely things, filled with wonderful people like you. So there's lots and lots to look forward to, and lots of things to be thankful for, and I am thankful for all of you. So yeah, another very chatty video, a little bit of showing you some stuff, things that I've got, nice things, but I think that's pretty nice for a Sunday when we're all just winding down our week, our weekend, and getting ready for a new one. So I just thought, yeah, I'd come here and have a little bit of a chat and share some stuff. I promise you I will get on to sharing the bathroom renovation. That is coming soon. Lots of lovely videos coming up. I'm here in Edinburgh at home, not really going anywhere. So yeah, I'm here and it's going to be fun. So yes, everybody, thank you for joining me today. I hope you have you've had a really lovely weekend, and I hope that you have a lovely week ahead. And I look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, do take care. Bye-bye.